What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lewis. So back here again for another video, man. Today we got a video by Cosmic Wonder. This one's called Marvel confirms Thunderbolts / Dark Avengers team and first first mutant in MCU. Now I do know that the first mutant in the MCU, I'm pretty sure it's the guy of which he mentioned in another video, who was the guy in Black Widow who went by the name Ursa, and from what I hear, he basically confirmed on the social media that he's a mutant. I kind of figured that they were working towards somewhat of a Dark Avengers / Thunderbolts with you know what I'm saying, with what's it called, Allegra De Fontaine character, her character, you know what I'm saying, she's basically recruiting like she recruited Black Widow's sister, and was the guy, was it US agent, you know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming I kind of figured that's what they're gonna do. But now this is a long video, so let's just see what Cosmic Wonder, aka Warren, has to say. Let's get to it. Oh wow, my thing is connected to the speaker. Let me disconnect it really quick. All right, we're straight.
And man, I still can't get over that Loki finale.
Dude, so many. I'm sorry. I wanted to do a review episode for this episode, but I kind of was like, I was waiting a long time, and then I eventually just like didn't do it. But this episode, I enjoyed it. Like, I saw a lot of people kind of felt iffy about it, and some people actually really didn't care for it. But I thought it was one of the best episodes out of the whole Disney Plus thing. But you know what I'm saying?
It was truly incredible, and now the multiverse is here. And don't worry, that's all I'm going to say about the finale. If you haven't seen it yet, no spoilers here. But as we all pretty much assumed and guessed from the very beginning, the multiverse is now here. Loki brought into the MCU the multiverse. We are now living in a Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. And
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And get pretty crazy. As far as the multiverse is concerned, Spider-Man No Way Home is next, and then of course Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is going to be truly insane. But
I was about to say Shang-Chi's next, but I know he's not.
Going to remain somewhat grounded. There are going to be different aspects of the MCU moving forward. Different sides. One is going to be an absolutely insane multiverse side. The other will be a grounded side like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then we're going to have a space side like Thor: Love and Thunder, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Captain Marvel 2.
Can't wait for those.
Of different awesome sides of the MCU. But there is one extremely exciting part about the grounded MCU that is coming relatively soon as well. And that is the Thunderbolts / the Dark Avengers. We actually have
if Zemo's the leader,
Marvel Studios as president Kevin Feige, that the Thunderbolts or the Dark Avengers are being assembled right now. One particular character in the MCU right now has started recruiting these members. And this is coming right from the big dog himself, Kevin Feige. So this is
really he
official.
said this?
So that's what I'll be breaking down in this video, that report, and I'll be talking about how there is a mutant in the MCU that debuted in Black Widow, and according to the actor himself, Ursa, he is indeed the first mutant. And don't worry if you're worried about spoilers for Black Widow, it really isn't a spoiler at all. But if you love Marvel and want to stay up to date, be sure to subscribe. If you've
seen the movie,
bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos.
I should have did a Black Widow review, huh?
D23 inside the Disney podcast, Kevin Feige was on deck to answer some questions, and these questions were about a very specific character and what exactly she's doing right now. Most of you know who I'm talking about, Julia Louis-Dreyfus's Valentina, who first appeared in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And at the end of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as she was
I've been calling her all the wrong name,
and his wife, it certainly did look like she was doing something, aka recruiting people for a certain team. And this is what Kevin Feige was asked about that something that she's doing, and this is what he had to say. And actually, I lied. We are going to be talking about spoilers for the Black Widow post-credit scene. Now, I won't talk about the entirety of the post-credit scene. What I'm gonna say really isn't that big of a spoiler, especially if you've already seen the Falcon and the Winter Soldier ending. So, not that big of a deal, but watch at your own risk. But in regards to Valentina popping back up in the Black Widow post-credit scene, speaking to Yelena and doing something, as we're talking about, this is what he had to say. She's doing something. Yes, she is. She seems to be in recruitment mode. Does Yelena already work for her? They seem to have a connection at that point. Yes. So, big confirmation right here from Kevin Feige himself. Yes, Valentina is recruiting for her own team. And as it seems, she's actually already very well in the process of recruiting and has already recruited people. Because remember, Black Widow actually takes place before the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Right.
Now, the post-credit scene itself may
Allegra,
take place after the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yelena,
However, Yelena
and U.S. Agent are the two people she's got
Yelena
as of now, right?
She's not supposed to be contacting her while she's on holiday. Holiday meaning she's on vacation from working for Val. And this is what Kevin Feige just confirmed. He says, does Yelena already work for her?
We kind of figured this, you know?
At that point. Yes. That's an exact quote from Kevin Feige. So Valentina has recruited Yelena on her team, and now she has recruited U.S. Agent John Walker. And of course, Kevin Feige stated that she is going to continue to show up in the MCU and is going to play a very important role. He went on to say, and the future is bright for the MCU because Julia is in it. We are gigantic fans of hers at Marvel. We had a general meeting with her many years ago. Luis D'Esposito and I really just geeked out that we were even meeting her because she's such an icon and we're very big.
What series is she from?
Marvel Studios.
Seinfeld,
as
right?
They should be, but he continued to say, so the notion of bringing her into the world was always something, if we could find the right thing, was something we wanted to do. And when this...
It just started raining outside. What the heck? I was about to go to the park or something later, but geez, it just started raining out of nowhere. Thought it was gonna be a clear skies for today. Guess not. I know that was random, but it was weird. It's sunny outside, you know.
And maybe in some other things coming up, which I actually find very funny because Kevin Feige is the Vault. He never gives away any spoilers. Even when it is just so obvious, he still never caves. He's never going to be the person that tells you. In fact, I'm actually really surprised that he told us that Valentina is recruiting a team. Now, that one has basically already been stated. She's recruited 2 people already. We've witnessed this on screen, but I'm still surprised he even said that. But when he says maybe some other things coming up, we already know that she's definitely going to be.
I wonder if you guys can hear that, but it's pouring outside. It's pouring out there. It was just clear skies. I literally looked outside and saw like neighbors walking and stuff. And now it's just like pouring like crazy, like it's been raining for hours. Gosh.
When he says she was totally on board and really into it. So it's an amazing addition to the world, and I look forward to people being surprised by just where she'll show up next. So boom, there's your confirmation.
You guys think she'll recruit someone from Shang-Chi?
Other people for either the Thunderbolts or the Dark Avengers.
Or Eternals?
At this point in time, it's really unclear what team exactly she's forming. There's still some mystery surrounding her. We don't know who exactly she works for, but she does seem to work for the government. There's a lot of things
maybe she's working for William Hurt,
aka she tells John, here's a little secret
Ross.
to know about Captain America's shield. It doesn't really belong to the government. It's kind of a gray area. And in the comics, she does originally work for shield. That is until basically betraying them and becomes Madam Hydra. So right now, even though she's a mystery, it does seem like she works for the government. This could point to the Dark Avengers being formed. After all, the government doesn't really have an Avengers.
They got Black Widow and Cap.
And before Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, it seemed like the government, specifically Thunderbolt Ross, really wanted to control the superhero group. That's what the Sokovia Accords were really about. So perhaps Valentina works for Ross, and she's recruiting his Dark Avengers team for him. But on the other hand,
like I just said,
be operating, as she says, within a gray area. And it seems like she is definitely the one that does things that aren't exactly legal. So therefore, a non-official government team is something that she could be putting together, which could be the Thunderbolts. Especially since she has recruited U.S. Agent John Walker for that. The government essentially already said that John Walker is not a part of their government.
Right. Yeah, that episode when they did that was crazy. I kind of felt bad for him. I'm not gonna lie.
The government isn't about to let him be on some public
my boy Frank
team.
Castle.
And the same actually goes for Yelena Belova. She was a Black Widow working for Dreykov. They're not exactly going to want her on a public Avengers team either. And it seems like the other person that is going to be a part of, we'll say, the Thunderbolts is going to be Zemo.
I hope so, bro.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier scene.
I would love to see
Valentina
Zemo.
refers to Zemo as her friend. And if it is the Thunderbolts team and it's going to be controlled by Thunderbolts,
I want to see him with the sword.
Well, right now Zemo is in the Raft, the high security prison in the middle of the ocean that Thunderbolt Ross actually controls. So it won't be too hard to get him onto the team. So basically, based off of the characters that we already know to be a part of this team, it does seem like it's more along the lines of the Thunderbolts being formed rather than the Dark Avengers. Right. However, definitely don't take the Dark Avengers team off the table. But either way, it has been confirmed by Kevin Feige that a new team is being recruited as we speak, and Valentina will pop up more in the
fan
future,
art right there.
Looks pretty good for the Red Hulk. Team of Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts, which is super exciting. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in this video is what I mentioned in the beginning, and that is apparently we have our first mutant in the MCU. Yeah. The actor Daniel Richards, aka the Dutch Giant, who played a person by the name of Ursa in Black
There's a rainbow outside, I think. It's shining like real brightly right now.
Recently posted to Instagram saying, Marvel Black Widow is out. After 2 years, I can finally tell who my character is. Ursa Major. Mutant, X-Men, that appears in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ursa is part of the Winter Guard, noted for being Russia's answer to the Avengers. His power transforms him into an incredible bear, transcending the Hulk in size. Ursa appears many times in the comics, fighting Wolverine and the Hulk when
transcending the Hulk in size.
His power transforms
I didn't know that.
him into an incredible bear, transcending the Hulk in size.
Jeez.
Ursa appears many times in the comics, fighting Wolverine and the Hulk. When production on set told me who I really was in Black Widow, I let some tears in my hotel room because my movie dream became true. Being a official comic superhero, I can only hope Marvel will bring back Ursa in full form.
I was just about to say, yeah, you better use this guy.
Ursa, and Red Guardian does call him a big bear. Before the movie came out, David Arbor also posted to his Instagram stating that the Winter Guard says hello, and he did actually mention the Winter Guard's characters by name, and Ursa was one of those characters. And at first I thought that, well, maybe this actor is simply saying that that's who he is, but he does state that the production team told him who he was. So technically, this is the first mutant in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's crazy.
Now, unfortunately, to the normal public, they're not really going to know this. Only us super fans are going to know this.
Yeah,
so it is not yet a public declaration that the mutants are indeed
That's
in
a good
the
point,
MCU,
yeah.
But we know they are now in the MCU. They are coming in future
Something
films,
between us, you know what I'm saying?
and it's only a matter of time until they are finally addressed as what they are.
Right.
Mutants, and then of course the X-Men. So huge news today. We have mutants in the MCU, and the Thunderbolts or the Dark Avengers are starting to get recruited in the MCU, and the team is going to be out there soon. Let me know what you think about this awesome news in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video.
He got to interview the chick who played Taskmaster in Black Widow?
And as always, thank you
Dude,
all so
Warren's
much for
going
watching.
crazy.
Woof, woof.
Woof woof. That's crazy. That's dope. He actually got to interview. Wow, that's actually really cool. I might have to check that out later. But guys, definitely, like you said, like the video. Go ahead, go to Cosmic Wonders page, man. Like the video. Go ahead, subscribe to his page. Turn on notifications. This was interesting. A lot of this was news that I was kind of, like I said, I was aware of. You know, the whole first mutant thing, because he mentioned it a while back in like a previous video or something like that. And then also the Thunderbolts, we kind of knew. I sensed they were putting together Thunderbolts after I think it was after the Falcon and Winter Soldier, when she basically was like recruiting U.S. agent. You know what I'm saying? Talking about like a team that's not part of the government but handles their little risky, dirty business. You know what I'm saying? I kind of was like Thunderbolts right in my head. But yeah, this is crazy, man. I'm really interested to see like who all they're gonna recruit for the Thunderbolts. And maybe do you guys think they'll give him a film or like a Dark Avengers film? Actually, there's a rumor a while ago there was going to be a Dark Avengers film, wasn't there? I think Thunderbolts would be cooler, but Dark Avengers wouldn't be bad either. You know what I'm saying? But you guys, let me know down below what your thoughts were, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. How do you feel about having an MCU? I mean, a mutant in the MCU. You know what I'm saying? Too bad, yes, the general public probably wouldn't even know or care to know. You know what I'm saying? But us who keep up with this stuff, we know something in our head. So like when people be like, oh, when an actual character, a mutant popular character pops up and we're like, oh, he's the first mutant in MCU. Well, actually, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe, man. Let me know down below what your thoughts were on this particular topic and these news and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Also, subscribe, share, bro. It takes less than 2 seconds to subscribe. It's free. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Twitch, follow me on YouTube. That being said, I'm out. Peace.